Welcome to the Nation and Diplomatic Dispatch, your window into the world of diplomacy and international affairs. Today we explore the growing partnership between Malaysia and the Maldives, a relationship shaped by shared interests in tourism, education and regional cooperation. And with us today is Her Excellency Dr. MARIYAM AHMED, the High Commissioner of the Republic of Maldives to Malaysia. Your Excellency, welcome to the Nation. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you too. How are you doing? You all right?
I'm doing well. Thank you.
Fantastic. Right. So let's talk about, first of all, welcome to Malaysia. I've heard you've only been here a little over a year. Why don't you share with us your experience so far?
All right. My experience in Malaysia is quite vibrant and energetic, actually speaking. I have been in this job for a little over a year, but my exposure to Malaysia is not that new. I'm a local graduate. I've studied my postgraduate from one of the public universities, University Putra Malaysia. So my connection to Malaysia is quite personal, actually speaking.
So before taking up this position, you have lived and studied in Malaysia. How have you found it so far? Has it changed? Has it changed from the last time you've been here?
I was here during COVID time, so the times are very tough during that time. So I would say the image which I got during COVID is totally different than what I'm experiencing right now. Things are happening every day. There's an event, so it's quite vibrant, I would say.
So it's a very different Malaysia, you know,
very different.
Very different from when you came the first time and now. I'm glad you're able to experience Malaysia fully now post-COVID. Let's move on with our conversation for today. Now, the Maldives President, Dr. Mohammed Muizzu, visited Malaysia in April, and that has marked his first official visit since taking office in November 2023. What would you say, or what does this signify about the importance of the Malaysia-Maldives relationship currently and also moving forward?
Maldives and Malaysia, we started our bilateral relationships over 5 decades, little over 5 decades ago. Right now, his visit signifies the growing friendship between the Malaysia and Maldives, which is based on the mutual respect and the shared, cultural values and the shared faith we have and people-to-people connection. So this signifies the growing friendship between the two countries.
What can we expect from this long-standing relationship between Malaysia and the Maldives, and what can we look forward to?
During the visit, there were several MOUs which were signed. One of them was tourism, health, and sports. So these are, and in addition to that, there was an exchange of note between the IDFR. So going forward, we could go into Malaysia. We expect that Malaysia would be supporting us in the in human resource capacity. In addition to that trade, investment, tourism, renewable energy. These are the areas which we could collaborate, partnerships, and work together in future avenues.
Right. It sounds great. The Prime Minister, our Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim, has also referred to the Maldives as an important partner beyond ASEAN. So we'd like to find out from your perspective, how does the Maldives view its relationship with Malaysia, with the broader regional landscape, not just with Malaysia, but also our neighboring countries?
We really appreciate the positive comment given by Excellency Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim. Although we are not an ASEAN country, the ASEAN is viewed as a model. Countries like Maldives, small island state, we view the ASEAN as a model that we can look up onto. In addition to that, I would like to congratulate Malaysia's chairmanship this year on inclusivity and sustainability, and you have demonstrated key leadership in sustaining the stability of the region as well. So Maldives, we do have strong connection between the rest of the ASEAN countries as well.
Yeah. Let's move to the Malaysia Maldives Halal Industry Collaboration. Now, the Malaysia's Investment, Trade and Industry Minister, Tengku Datuk Sri Zafrul Aziz, has mentioned a significant potential for collaboration between Malaysia and Maldives in areas such as halal certification, and we're talking about the export of halal goods and services, and this includes Islamic finance. We're talking about pharmaceuticals, also food production. Now, what specific opportunities do you see for Maldivian businesses in the halal tourism and halal certification sector?
We all agree that Malaysia is globally known for its halal economy, and the certification process through JAKIM is one of the robust globally, and it's globally recognized as well. So Maldives being a Muslim country, and we are known for our tourism sector, these are the ventures which we can work on. You know, we can establish collaboration between the Malaysia and Maldives in the area of Muslim-friendly tourism, in addition to Islamic finance. You know, our special economic zone allows us to have halal products and processes which is to be in place. So this will be in new areas where we can work together.
Let's talk about perhaps, you know, the exchange or cultural exchange or trade. What are some of the areas that we are looking at currently that is ongoing, and what are some of the areas that perhaps we could explore more in the future?
Currently, Malaysia is one of the #1 trading partners to Maldives. Last year, we exported, Malaysia exported $873 million worth goods to the Maldives. And when you look at the statistics, comparing last year's figure to this year, there's been an 17.8% increase in Malaysia good in the Maldives, which demonstrate that there is a growing need for Malaysian goods in the Maldives. So the trade activity is going on, and the products which is exported from Malaysia includes variation from pharmaceuticals to building, construction, electronics, food. So this is a vast varieties of things, you know. So in terms of trade, Malaysia is still a major partner which exports to the Maldives.
Right. So how important is it really for Malaysian businesses to view the Maldives not just as a market for us to trade with, but also as a strategic partner in expanding the halal economy across the South Asia region?
You know, Maldives is strategically located in a very ideal place. So in addition to that, we have got special economic zones, which allows new economic activities to be carried out. So looking positively, we can say that in addition, Maldives having a vibrant tourism sector, and Malaysia having a huge impact on the global halal industry. These are the ways we can collaborate together and work together to make a platform globally to the world, you know, together.
Right. So you did mention earlier that we do have several MOUs and also exchanges that were signed between Malaysia and the Maldives, and this includes MOUs on tourism, sports, health, and also diplomatic training. Now, perhaps you could share with us, or maybe elaborate a little bit on the significance of these agreements and how these agreements and MOUs will shape future collaboration.
Malaysia has been, throughout our history, Malaysia has been a vibrant supporter in capacity building in the Maldives. So these areas of health, tourism and sports additionally will assist us to train human capacity, technical capacities in the Maldives. You know, if you look back into our history, the MTCP program, Malaysian Technical Cooperation Program, which was started in 1980, has really helped Maldivians to get technical expertise and training in various sectors across the Maldives. So these are strong alliances. In addition to that this last year, we had a MOU signed between the EMGS, which enables Maldivian students to come here and study in various public universities under discount schemes. You know, so these collaborations will enhance further training in addition to the MOUs that is going on.
Right. So Malaysia obviously is a popular destination for Maldivian students. How do you think this education cooperation, can be further enhanced?
We are working on the further enhancement of this collaboration. If I am to touch on, in 2018 we had an MOU with Health MOU, which initiated our first medical program being started by the Maldives National University. There was a MOU between Maldives National University and University Commonwealth Malaysia, UKM. This enhanced the first initiation of the medical MBBS program. So we had a Malaysian curriculum in place in the Maldives, which allows Maldivian doctor to be produced. So we recently, like just last year, we produced the first batch of medical doctors. So these are new areas of collaboration. In addition to that, these sort of programs allow our doctors to come here and do specialist training and super specialist training as well, and also going into research and other areas of collaboration.
Right. Perhaps any opportunities for scholarships or any academic partnerships in the pipeline? Are we looking at those in the future as well?
Right now, we do have the discount scheme, which allows the student to come here and do their degree program in a reduced, amount. So these are the areas maybe we could work on a scholarship as well.
Right, fantastic. Now, we've had a really interesting conversation so far, Doctor, but we are going to go for a very, very short break, and we will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Oh, don't worry.
When nations gather, the world listens. And right now, all ears are on Kuala Lumpur. It's not just another day at the convention center right here at KLCC. Rather, it's a day of ASEAN's biggest diplomatic week. It is the 58th ASEAN Foreign Ministers meeting and related meeting that has begun earlier today and will go on till the 11th of July. And what we've just seen as well is the ASEAN Foreign Ministers interface meeting with none other than the AICHR. That's short for the ASEAN Intergovernmental Commission on Human Rights. That's an acronym we will be hearing a lot more in the next few days. Who chaired the session? Well, that was Malaysia's very own Foreign Minister, Datuk Seri Muhammad Hassan. Also in that mix was Timor-Leste's Foreign Minister, the ASEAN Secretary General, and of course the team from AICHR. The room was packed with big names, but even bigger expectations. Now, why is this particular meeting important? It's more than just a diplomatic mission or a sit-down. It's a temperature check on the region's human rights progress. And as always, the hope is that what is being discussed behind the doors would also now not just stay there, but then translate into real, tangible outcomes across the region. Now, from the session, a few of the opening remarks from the Minister of Foreign Affairs himself is the upholding of human rights as core to ASEAN's future vision, in which the Foreign Minister emphasized that inclusivity and sustainability are both foundational to ASEAN's progress. He also said and talked about support for new regional human rights declarations, in which he says Malaysia endorsed AICHR's ongoing efforts to draft two key declarations. That is the ASEAN Declaration on the Right to a Safe, Clean, Healthy and Sustainable Environment. But also then he talked about the Declaration on promoting the right to development and peace. Now, finally, in part of his opening remarks, the minister also talked about strengthening AICHR and ASEAN-led human rights mechanisms, meaning to say he also emphasized that ASEAN's human rights efforts must remain ASEAN-led and ASEAN-owned, aligned with ASEAN values and the ASEAN Charter, including the ASEAN Human Rights Declaration. Well, where I am right now is in what we call a media pen, in which media from across the region and internationally are poised here as we wait for the ministers to conclude their meeting. And you will see that they will walk out from that door. They're in that hall at the moment, and they will come out here for a quick Q&A session from reporters and journalists locally and around the region as as well. Indeed, this is the time us media and journalists get to pick the brains and really understand what the ministers have discussed and have concluded in these very important meetings. Now, aside from that, 35 countries are being represented right here, from ASEAN neighbours to heavy lifting dialogue international partners, all under this one roof. And in total, 24 ministerial level meetings are scheduled over the next 4 days, covering everything from diplomacy to development. Importantly, the theme, inclusivity and sustainability, are two big words with even bigger implications. Now, what we've seen so far as well that has happened earlier in the day, the drafting committee of the ASEAN senior officials meeting. There's also a series of bilateral meetings and third-party meetings that has been lined up for the day, including the foreign ministers meeting with the ASEAN Secretary General, with the Philippines, with Brazil and Algeria. Also bilateral meeting between the foreign minister and Brunei, as well as trilateral meeting between Malaysia, Brazil and the ASEAN Secretariat, and a trilateral meeting between Malaysia, Norway and the ASEAN Secretariat. So as you can see, a lot happening here. But before I leave, I'd just like to also give you this update on the United States Secretary of State, Marco Rubio. He will be traveling to Malaysia for a series of high-level regional meetings and bilateral engagements as well. That will be his first trip to Asia since assuming office earlier this year, and he's scheduled to attend the ASEAN United States Post-Ministerial Conference, the East Asia Summit Foreign Ministers Meeting and the ASEAN Regional Forum Foreign Ministers Meeting, all taking place in a couple of days from Thursday onwards. Also, he's expected to hold some discussions with senior Malaysian government officials during this visit. So from firm handshakes to headlining moments and high-level discourse, we're keeping tabs on all of it as it unfolds and happens right here on the ground as we cover everything from regional unity to real-time updates. Well, that's all from me right here at the Kuala Lumpur Convention Centre. Jessie Chahal signing off, but do keep it locked on to Bernama TV as we bring you the latest.
Welcome back to The Nation. We are still with Dr. MARIYAM, Her Excellency, the High Commissioner from the Maldives. Now, let's continue on our conversation. Both of our nations face climate-related vulnerabilities. Now, is there a scope for Malaysia and Maldives to cooperate on environmental sustainability?
Yes, as you know, Maldives is one of the lowest lying countries in the world. We are extremely vulnerable to environmental sustainability, particularly related to climate change. You know, in order to mitigate these climate resilient programs, we do have programs in place in the country. So one of that is going towards green renewable energy. This area could be one area where Malaysia and Maldives can work together. You know, climate change doesn't leave a small or a big country. They don't differentiate between the country's size. So it's a common problem. It's a global problem for each one of us. But countries like Maldives, which are small, we are more vulnerable to that. So we are actually very vocal about this in the international platform. Malaysia is one partner who are doing the advocacy along with us in climate resilient. So we could work on the renewable programs. We could do advocacy. So these are the areas where we could work together in combating this climate issues globally. You know.
Right. Speaking about renewable energy, the Maldives has or is inviting Malaysian companies to explore sectors like you've mentioned, renewable energy. We're also talking about tourism. There's real estate and also logistics. Which of these areas have already attracted, promising interest or even perhaps initial engagement from Malaysian companies?
Just to brief you on, in the April we had a business forum which was graced by Prime Minister Anwar. We really appreciate this. This shows the commitment between Maldives and Malaysia in the investment in future investment. This forum allowed to showcase awareness on areas where we can do collaborative work by investing onto Maldives. The main priority areas at the moment identified environmental sustainability and digital technologies. So under environmental sustainability, we can work on renewable solar energy and other sort of energy. In order to address this global issue, Maldives has been very ambitious in pledging certain pledges. So we have promised to reduce our carbon dioxide emission by 153 metric tons by 2035. In addition to that, we have suggested that we would be using 33% of our electricity usage from renewable energy. So although we are a small nation, we are working towards this climate resilient areas where Malaysia also has an interest where we can work together. So we invite Malaysian investors to come and explore these opportunities and work together.
Right, fantastic. Let's move the conversation to the health sector, right? So Malaysia and the Maldives have a renewed health cooperation agreement that's just recently expired in 2023, and this covers a wide range of areas from, as you've mentioned earlier, pharmaceuticals, and also we're talking about health tourism as well. How will this renewed collaboration contribute to Maldives' goal of strengthening its healthcare ecosystem and also technological capacity?
Previously, I also have stated that Malaysia has been one of the key partners in helping Maldives to develop its health infrastructure from 1980s onwards.
Right.
This health cooperation is a renewal from 2018 to 2023. So this will further enhance telemedicines, pharmaceutical, so IT-related health technology can be also utilized under this MOU as well.
Okay, so Malaysia and Maldives have also agreed to strengthen cooperation through the Visit Malaysia 2026 campaign, and also, we are looking at exploring the potential to increase tourism flows between the two countries, into and also out of Malaysia, and this includes opportunities in Muslim-friendly and also halal tourism. Malaysia being a huge hub for halal tourism. In your view, how important is Muslim-friendly tourism in your overall national tourism strategy? And do you, how do I say this? Do you foresee it becoming a core pillar of Maldives tourism branding moving forward?
Malaysia is big into halal. Actually speaking, we are known for our own, brand as a, destination to visit. But right now, our President, Dr. Mohammed Muiz, has pledged to benchmark halal tourism, because there is a global need for halal tourism, Muslim-friendly destination. So we have identified certain islands which is specifically designed to provide halal tourism. So it is right now globally there's a huge demand for this, and Malaysia could be one partner which could assist us in this matter of global halal tourism. So I think these are in addition to that, Islamic finance is also a key area which we can incorporate into this and work together.
Just to get a clearer picture now, I think for many people, when we mention the Maldives, they imagine beautiful islands, beautiful waters, beautiful beaches, and just plenty of luxury resorts. Is that a position that the Maldives want to maintain, for it to be a luxury tourism destination, or are we looking at pushing Maldives forward as a more accessible tourism destination?
Yes, I would like to really clarify that misconception among the most Malaysian. Whoever I meet will ask, asked the same question. In fact, since 2018, we had one resort concept, which is very exclusive. But since 2018, we have shifted our tourism to local tourism, which means you could go to a local island, stay there for a couple of days, and get the same kind of beaches and the fishing experience that you get from any exotic resort that you visit. So I would urge any Malaysian to look for your look and align your budget with the destination. It is not that expensive. You and me, we can afford the Maldivian experience right now, because our shift has been going into local tourism since 2008.
Right. So we would think that the target for Maldives tourism has always been from the Western countries. Is the Maldives looking towards increasing that tourism intake from Asian countries, especially from the ASEAN region now?
Especially from Malaysia, in fact, because we have got the shared majority Muslim countries, So most Malaysian, they would like to go and seek Muslim-friendly holiday destinations. So we are shifting this, and we are promoting that there is a space for local Muslims to come, especially Malaysian, to come and explore. You can go for fishing trips and explore the beaches. So the shift is happening.
Right.
It's just that we need to aware this information to the Malaysians and the ASEAN region, to let them know that Maldives is open to any range of tourists to come.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And I know the Maldives is very popular for their smoked tuna. I love the smoked tuna from the Maldives. I'm looking forward to visiting the Maldives one day, inshallah. Let's talk about what's next on the horizon for Malaysia and Maldives. Are we looking at opening new sectors? Are we considering new collaborations and future MOUs? What's that looking like?
As mentioned, conventional trade activities will be going on. Investment in the area of renewable energy and tourism, hospitalities. These are going to go on. But new ventures are the emerging areas like cybersecurity, AI, digital technologies. These are the new ventures which we could work together and strengthen each other's capacities.
Fantastic. Finally, Your Excellency, what would you like to share with our fellow Malaysians out there about the Maldives?
I would like to tell the local Malaysians to come and visit it, just for the sand, sea, and sunshine. Every Maldivian has a Malaysian story, because Malaysia is is the #1 destination for Maldivian students to come and study here. So we have a Malaysian story. Every Maldivian has a Malaysian story. Like that, I would urge Malaysians to come and visit us, have a Maldivian story to share with. For the Maldivians, I would say just come here and see the malls, just for shopping, so the exotic food, explore the Malaysia. I think next year is Visit Malaysia year. So I encourage all the Maldivians to come here and the Malaysians to go back to Maldives and have a Maldivian story to share with.
Well, Dr. Mariam, I'm looking forward to having my own Maldivian story. Thank you so much, Your Excellency, for sharing your thoughts, and also the growing Malaysia-Maldives partnership. And as we've heard, there's great potential in strengthening ties across tourism, education, and beyond. Join us again on the Nation Diplomatic Dispatch as we continue to bring you conversations that shape diplomacy, trade, and international affairs. I'm PASHA RAHIM. Thanks for tuning in. Take care.
Kunjungi Program Madani Rakyat 2025 Terengganu pada 10 hingga 12 Julai 2025 bertempat di Pasar